Okay, Year 12s, welcome back. This is for exercise 3G, which we're calculating R squared using R. So again, we'll just talk through the questions one by one. So the first thing you see is a bunch of R values, and they're both positive and negative, and they're weak and some are stronger. But how do you calculate R squared from R? Well, let's take one of the values and go to our calculator. And oops-a-daisy, we'll go home. We want to calculate, and we just simply type in, let's say it was 0.675. All we want to do is you want to square that, and that's our R squared. Done. So all you do is you square the value, you get R squared. Now if you want to turn it to a percentage, you just multiply it by 100, and you see that it's 45.6%. Excuse the noise in the background, that's just my son trying to do his homeschooling as well. Okay, question 2 includes scatter plots, and the reason they include scatter plots is you've got to decide the sign of R. You've got to decide if it's positive or negative, because whenever you square root an answer, you could either have a negative or a positive answer. So R squared in this case is 0.8215. So all you do is you go back to your calculator, type in square root. Where are you? So control that button. 0.8215. I think I've got the number right, but I've got the square root there. I press squared, and you can see that the value is 0.906. That's our R value. Then we look at a scatter plot. We see that it's positive, so we say it's a positive 0.906 or whatever it was. Right, so for question 3, you're given some extra information. So for example, 3A, you've got the scores on hearing tests and ages, which is the explanatory variable. So that means the age is the explanatory variable, are linear related, with the R squared for hearing and age being, the R for hearing and age being negative 6.11. So first of all, we need to go to a calculator, type in negative 6.11, oops-daisy, negative 6.11, oops-a-daisy, I've done it wrong again, 0.611. Square that, enter it, and we get this value. We need to turn it into a percentage by timesing it by 100. We get 37.3321. So 37.3321, that means that 37% of the change on the hearing test result can be attributed to the age of the person. So 37% of changes to hearing test results can be attributed to changes in the age of the person. And we're always using a particular way of reporting. Let me see if I can find an example. So you write something like that. Therefore, 37% of the variation in hearing test results can be explained by variation in the age of the person. So you mimic what's in the book. Okay, so to remind you, you've got an R value of negative 611. You use your calculator to square R to get R squared, and you get 0.3733. We turn it into a percentage, multiplying it by 100 to get 37.33%, and then you write your report saying, this means that 30% of variation in hearing tests results are caused by variation in age, remembering to follow this model for your report, even in the exam. All right, good luck, guys. As per usual, I will be online should you get stuck during our timetable class.